it's me Nayeli and welcome to a Chatty Wednesday with Nayeli. How have you guys been? I hope you're doing good. Today I just wanted to talk to you guys and do this video to talk to you guys and for you guys to get to know a little bit more about me or my 5th grade traumatic, there's a bug there, my 5th grade traumatic story. Yeah, I hope you guys are doing great. If you are, give it a thumbs up. If you're not, then just know that whatever it is that you're going through, it will get better. It can't rain forever. Keep your head up, keep going forward, keep fighting through whatever battle it is that you're going through. And yeah, I hope it gets better for you. Send you kisses and a lot of hugs. I wanted to talk to you guys about my traumatic teeth story that I went through in 5th grade elementary school. How old was I? Like 9, 10? No, 10, 11? Yeah, somewhere around there. So yeah, I'm going to try to make this little story time really short because yeah. Okay, let's get into it. So let me give you a little bit of a review first. So I have a crooked smile. Not crooked teeth, crooked smile, because I am missing a very important teeth called, name right here because I do not know how it's called. I had a cavity, so I went to the dentist and they're like, oh, your teeth is a little bit loose, you know, it hurts. Like, oh, your teeth is going to fall out, it's loose, and because the other one's coming out. I was like, okay, well, so they didn't take out my teeth, which is kind of weird because when you have a cavity and it's a baby teeth, they don't wait for it to fall off, like they take it out, right? Well, I don't know anything about dentists. I hate the dentist. I am terrified of the dentist. We go back home and you know, days pass. I love candy. Loved candy when I was small. Like I would eat candy every day. Don't do that, kids. It's not good for your teeth. Trust me. And obviously that was not good for the cavity. So the cavity got worse. And you know what I did? I was picking at my teeth, like moving it, because it hurt and it was loose. I don't know. I was little. Not that little, but I was little. So my eye got swollen. My cheek got big because I had an infection. When you have a teeth infection, it's bad, right? So my cheek got big, and it is that main teeth that has like that vein that goes everywhere. Teeth are very important, and that's why you gotta take care of your teeth. If you don't, like, a lot of things can come from your teeth. Had such a bad fever, you guys. I was like shivering, like, because of the teeth. So my mom took me to the hospital. They took me to this hospital and they gave me antibiotics. They didn't leave me there, they just gave me, you know, prescribed me antibiotics, which I was taking, but it was getting worse and worse. So we were like, what's going on here? Like, something is up, because the infection was getting worse instead of getting better, and I was already taking antibiotics. So we went back to my dentist. Freaking sucks, by the way. He's not my dentist anymore. He got scared when he saw me. He's like, oh my god, because my eye was swollen, cheek was swollen. I was sweating, and I thought I was sweating because I was nervous. I was sweating because I had a freaking fever. He took out my teeth, whatever it's called, canine teeth, was impacted. So it was coming out sideways. So it was impacted, and that made it worse because it was trying to come out, but my teeth wouldn't fall, so it got impacted and it went the other way. That got really complicated. They sent me to a dentist specialist all the way in LA, like, I don't know where. I know there was a lot of buildings and that's all I remember. So they could take out my teeth, the impacted teeth, which is so stupid because they cannot do that because I was so infected. Like, that sounds like a zombie. I had an infection on my teeth and they wanted to take it out. That dentist obviously really bad. So the specialist was there, I was in there, and they were saying like stuff like she has to go to the hospital, like her infection's really bad, it's getting to her temple of her brain, like it could go to her brain. So that's how bad it was. I was hearing all of that. Okay, so they told my parents. I started crying and I started bleeding from my nose because that's how scared I was. So I went to the hospital, to Kaiser. it was in the hospital there. It was like the doctors, and then they sent me right away to the hospital. And I love them. They're so kind. Kaiser is such a good hospital. I know a lot of people have had bad experience with Kaiser, but I haven't. They were honestly so nice to me. I still remember the nurses. They were super nice. I don't know their names, but right away I went. I didn't have to wait in line. I just remember everyone looking at me. They probably thought I got beat up or something, because that's how I looked. Like, it was huge. My eye was huge. My cheek was huge. Like, it didn't look like an infection. It looked like someone beat me up, like, really bad. They put me the IV. They put me antibiotics, and they're like, okay, we have to keep you because your infection is really bad. So they did me some x-rays to see if I had like pus, is that how you say it? Pus inside my eyes. Or anything like that, which luckily I didn't, because if I did, then we're gonna have to open it up and like take it out. Okay, that sounds really dramatic, but just do a little cut so it could come out. But I didn't. It was just really swollen, badly swollen. I remember it was on a Wednesday. They're like, oh, like, you're doing so much better, you might be able to go home. Yeah, things got really bad. I remember I got up, I was walking, I was feeling really good, you know, like pumped, like, yes, I'm getting better. And then I started feeling really, really cold, very cold. And that is when I got a horrible concussion, like concussion. I don't know if that's how you say it. Basically, when your fever is so high, you start like shaking and getting all purple. I got really bad. So the nurses came in, they gave me some medicine, and yeah, the fever went down. But I had to stay in the hospital for 3 more days after that, because I was obviously not okay. The infection was bad. So yeah, they put me stronger antibiotics so the infection could go lower, and it worked. For the next 3 days it worked. So yeah, I was really sick, and they said your infection could have gone to your brain. That's scary. That's really scary. Like, getting an infection in your brain is really, really scary. When you're little, it can totally damage your brain. So yeah, and the concussions can totally damage you too. But luckily, I am good now. I have a cricket smile that reminds me of how strong of a kid I was, because they didn't put me the needle once, they put it to me twice. And there were huge needles, by the way, and I hate needles. But then I got out of the hospital, and it was like, thank you, Jesus, I am leaving out of the hospital. I was like, hope to never come back again, because that is just 1 week at the hospital. It's not good, not good. But everyone was super nice to me. I still remember them. They were all really, really nice to me. They took very good care of me and my family, and I really appreciate it. And to the doctors, because you guys saved my life. Literally saved my life. Fast forwarding to now, well, to a couple years ago, they couldn't save my teeth because it was so impacted. So I did have to get surgery to get it out. I was 4 hours, well, obviously not in the hospital, in a specialist dentist surgery. They did take it out. It took 4 hours, and they did tell me that I do have a little piece in there that it was stuck to a nerve, so that one's pretty dangerous, and they had to keep it in there. But yeah, my teeth is not there, so oh well, we couldn't save the teeth. But anyways, that's it for the story. I hope you guys are having a fantastic day. I just wanted to chat with you and for you guys to know that little traumatic story, because I don't know, I really like knowing people's stories. That sounds really creepy. Subscribe if you want to see more awesome videos, if you want to have chats with me. I hope you guys liked it. Kids, please don't eat a lot of candy. Take care of your teeth. Ask me if I eat a lot of candy still. No, I actually don't need a lot of candy. But anyways, thank you for watching. I hope you guys have a fabulous day. Sending you viral hugs, positive energy, sparkles of love, kisses. I will talk to you guys on my next video. Bye.